Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all? Well, good evening, everybody. How you all doing? This is your boy Rod Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, today is a very, very rainy day here in Shreveport. We just had we had a major hurricane come through here. Well, it's basically almost a tropical depression. But let me give y'all an example of some of the damage that's been done. Now, when we get to my house, man, I'm like sitting up here wondering why I have the worst luck of all. Well, really, I don't believe in luck, but why everything go against me. I finally made enough to get this phone bill taken care of, and then due to this, I got some more damages, man. That's really, oh my God. I'm gonna show y'all my house, but let me show y'all, give y'all a tour of what Hurricane Laura does to my neighborhood here in Shreveport. As you can see, all throughout the streets. Hold on, let me pull that up. Try to enlarge this picture. You know, that's just basic debris. But watch when we come out here, my little partner, his house took a big hit. Y'all see that big old tree done fell over there? I bless this, by grace of God, nobody got hurt. But I ain't gonna too much show his place on there, but that's a tree down. My house got hit, mostly the roof. I'll show you. I got to figure out what's going on. I got to get up on top of my roof. But you can see trees. Basically, in this part of town, we just got hit with a lot of wind and rain that caused a few problems. But y'all give me a second. I mean, this is nowhere near the extent of the damage, because especially if you go farther down south. I can't complain about my roof getting messed up and a tree limb fell. One thing I got to say, there's a guy named Lyle Blunt. Man, he's one of the greatest dudes on the planet. I remember when I was coming out of jail. Hold on, let me turn this around. I remember when I was coming out of jail, just beating a life sentence. And out of life sentence, they took it down to 7 years probation. 4-year probation. And I'm going to be real, y'all. I didn't give a fuck about no probation. I wasn't going to see the PO. I was steadily smoking weed. At the same time, I was going to school, which would actually help me out in the end. I was going to school at that time for IT, IT technician. But this dude, Lyle Blunt, man, is a good dude. He blessed me with this house. Now, when I got out of jail in 2013, when I was in jail during 2012, 2013, I couldn't call nobody. And there's this white guy, coolest dude on the planet, named Lyle Blunt. He came, you know what I'm saying, and, started following me before I went to jail on my Facebook page. But when I went to jail, man, he made it available where I could call him. Well, make a long story short, when I got out of jail, my house, the house that I'm living in right now, that's his house. He blessed me to be in that house for 5 years now, because when I got out of jail, man, I was homeless, bruh. Hey, let me see. What we got to say? Hey, good evening, brother Lawrence Robinson. How you doing? I'm glad you survived. Man, it was crazy last night, man. Man, I'm talking about, I know a lot of places that got far more devastating damage. We basically came in on the lucky end in a sense. Mostly what we dealing with is like flooding, a lot of wind damage, a lot of rain, you know what I'm saying? But when you go look at what happened down south, how this storm came through here, bruh. I'm talking about, man, when they say heavy rain for 12 hours, that's all you saw, man. But let me give y'all a little bit more. Now we coming down my street. My neighbors here, I ain't gonna too much put their properties and shit online, you know what I'm saying? Just certain things you don't do. But this is my side of over here. We got one neighbor, a tree in their front yard basically fell, and if you can see again, I ain't gonna put their property, but if you can see, they get something restored right there. Tree right there in the yard that they had to do. Which over here is not a big issue, but going back to what Lyle Blunt did. Lyle Blunt last year, this time last year, he saw that the trees hanging over my house, his house really, the house that I'm trying to lease to buy from him, he saw that the trees were hanging over the house, and he saw that it was a hazard. So y'all give me a second, let me get past these folks. As you see right here, it's just some limbs that fall. But basically over here we got hit with the wind. and the limbs and all the leaves and stuff. That's what we really dealing with. But I got a roof problem. I'll show y'all just a second. Them little puppies out there. Them little puppies out there, man. Look at little Zozos. Look at them. They can't wait till they see me. Now this is my yard right here. See those two big limbs? Now if you look at this tree, again, going back to what I'm saying with Lyle Blunt, he came out here, man, this tree in the front yard and this tree in the backyard. He basically made sure that no limbs was hanging over my house or the neighbor's house. And that's probably what saved us, because we in this tree here, as you can see, we had all kind of problem with limbs falling because it's a very old tree. I say this tree probably over 100 years old, close to it. I would say that, yeah, about 80 to 100 years old, this tree right here. And we see all we had was this limb here to fall. But at the same time, I got a leak in my roof now. As you can look at my porch. As you can see, we had shingles to blow off the roof. Been trying to pick them up all day. Shingles to blow off the roof. And what I got to do now, of course, get all that mold and stuff up off there that accumulated this year. I got to get up on the roof, because that part right there, when I got out of jail, I helped renovate this house from the roof down to the floors. That's what I do, home remodeling. And we had to rebuild that whole section. Well, the guy that I was working with, he was professional, but he was not that professional. He really didn't give a damn about too many things. And here we are suffering the consequences now, because I got to go back and fix this whole thing now. So y'all pray for the people of Louisiana, man, Texas, everywhere that this storm is touch past. Chai, get out that water, girl. Get out the water, Chai. You see how much water done built up. This is supposed to be my little flower area, but I can't put no flower there because these little puppies, they won't let me. I got to keep them somewhere. They tearing on my yard, but I gotta get this tree up out of here, this tree limb. But again, if you look at these limbs that was hanging, it could have been a lot worse, man. And then you look at the backyard. Let me show y'all the backyard. There's nothing more than, like I said, a lot of wind damage, tree limbs falling in our area, but there's other areas. We got a little flash flooding back here in the backyard. This here, oh, actually, it's slanted now. That wind was blowing just that hard, y'all. So whenever your state and elected officials come up from now on and tell you, prepare yourself, this could be dangerous, man, put it like this, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Chance favors the prepared. So prepare yourself, man, because, again, I'm going back to what I was talking about with Lyle Blunt. Last year, man, he looked and saw all these limbs, man. We had limbs actually stretching all the way over there to the house. Hold on, I'm so mean. We had limbs from this tree here scratching all over in the neighbor's yard. I got to replace that because there's a hole in the roof right there, and this whole thing here done shifted. That got to be some powerful wind to make a building. Either the building was, we know it wasn't really, it was stable and it was safe, it was up to code, but the wind shifted that building. And then, like I say, the major limbs that was coming from this part of the tree on over, man, this tree here is probably about 100-some years old, about at least 150 years old. Been here since way before my grandmother's great-grandmother. And those limbs were hanging all the way over the house. I gotta get up there and find out where about the leak is coming from now. But hey, everybody, we safe here in Shreveport. Pray for the people who lost pretty much. You got a lot of people that lost everything, so I'm not complaining. Although I don't have the money to get this shit fixed. You know, it is what it is. At least we safe. We're alive. Like I said, I gotta get up on there and see where all these shingles here. I've been picking up shingles all day. You gotta see where these shingles came from. But this whole area right here, we had to rebuild it, and Keith did a half-ass job on his part. You know, I'm not trying to just blame it all on him, but all this shit here is leaking right now. And on the inside of my house is leaking. So I gotta get this shit fixed before mold and mildew start permeating throughout the house. It's crazy. Get off me, boy. Look at him. They saved through the hurricane too. So hey, y'all. Hey, Murphy Law say anything that can go wrong will go wrong. What's up, big head boy? Hey, that little boy. Get down, boy. Get down, man. Get down, little boy. Get down, handsome. Get down. But anything can go wrong, will go wrong. I've been spending all the time hustling, trying to pay these few little bills in the house. I ain't gonna say it took a big hit. It just took a hit. Y'all give me a second, man. I'm gonna come back a little bit later with another video. I was just trying to let y'all see some the small damage. I'm gonna try to go around the city. My partner, I'm gonna talk to Alfonso Scott and see if we can drive around the city and see some of the damage. You know, get a damage report. But again, when these people tell y'all, man, these state and local officials tell y'all to prepare yourself, evacuate or whatever, man, listen to them. I was scared to actually stay at my house last night knowing that these 2 trees were here. No, not knowing, because again, if I got a video, I'm gonna post it. Well, right across the street over there was a tree. About a year and a half ago, I'm getting ready to take my son to school. If y'all see where I'm pointing. Right over in that direction, across the street, there was a tree. A little bit bigger than that, a lot smaller than that one. I'm getting ready to take him to school at 6 something in the morning, and the whole tree done fell across the road. So I was paranoid about sleeping in here last night, man, not knowing if the wind and the water was gonna soak the ground so much that this tree wouldn't be able to stand and fall back on my home, bro. That was a hell of a night. It was wild. Hey, I'll be back a little bit later with another video. Y'all be blessed.